stop wasting your energy growling at yourself because you dare take a little break. I talk a lot about the bigger breaks, like booking in a holiday, booking in some downtime, booking in some time to work on your business. But I also want you to remember the little breaks are just as important. I used to work as a psychologist. I've had a lot of different roles, but I used to work a long time ago in vocational rehab, working with people who had workplace injuries and so on and so forth. And I got to learn a lot about the risks in the workplace around occupational stress and burnout and all sorts of things to do with that. And one of the most important variables to avoid burnout and workplace stress is taking your breaks. Actually taking a lunch break, taking a morning tea break, afternoon tea break, finishing on time, like doing the things. And it might just be a little 5-minute reset. It doesn't have to be a formal scheduled 15.3 minutes or anything like that, but taking a little moment to rest. Now, I thought I'd better talk about this today because it's been a bit of a confession time week because I just caught myself doing it. I have been rushing around all day. I have had kids to deal with, getting them to school on time. I've had one son who's had a late start. I've had back-to-back meetings all day. I've got new team members over at Crawleyhouse that I really wanted to just go and show my face to and say hello and let them know I still love them even though I'm really busy and can't be there with them today. Run all day long. And that's been my theme since mid to late last week, ahead of the retreat that I ran over the last 4 days. I found myself 5 minutes ago sitting down, staring blankly at a wall, coffee in hand, saying, "You found 20 minutes, or you have to go and collect the kids. You should be doing something, you should be doing something." And I had this little voice telling me I should be doing something. I had to actually stop myself from quickly jumping up and finding something that I could get done in 20 minutes, 20 unexpected minutes a day, when I caught myself and went, hang on a minute, you are doing something. You're having a break. You haven't stopped all day. In fact, you haven't stopped at all 4 days. So I'm taking a breath. I am drinking my coffee in my very special mug with my bestie and I on it, and just having some fresh air, a little bit of sunshine. It's a glorious day here. Thank you, Melbourne. And reminding myself and you that it's important to rest. Being busy is addictive, and I don't mean it in the sense of chocolate. It's addictive in the sense that we slap ourselves about when we suddenly find ourselves with a minute of not being busy. So it's super important to catch yourself giving yourself a hard time about not being busy. It's important to catch yourself when you're telling yourself off for not doing something. It's important to actually embrace the opportunity to rest, but not only the opportunity, it's important to insert the opportunity in your day. So I'm putting my hand up and saying, I am guilty as charged, Your Honour. I don't schedule in lunch breaks as often as I should. I don't schedule in rest breaks in my busy working days, and I have a couple of really big working days every week that are really jam-packed, and they don't have rests inserted into them. That's something I have to work on for my own self-care. It's something I need to address for my own burnout prevention. And so maybe by sharing that little example with you, it might prompt you to go and have a look at your own calendar, your own diary, and think, how can I reschedule or restructure my diary so that I'm actually ensuring I get breaks each day? My working history has always been, working with private practice clients or working with private business coaching clients, has always been to jam as many in to a short space of time. And I kind of trained myself into that bad habit by working as few hours of the day as necessary to A, earn enough money, and B, be available for my children. So I still do that. I work within school hours as best I can anyway. And that has then kind of erased the lunch break. So I need to go back. My kids are bigger now. They're not little tiny babies. They're bigger kids now. They get themselves to school. They mostly get themselves home from school. Maybe I could actually allow myself a lunch break from time to time. So I undertake to go and revisit my diary and look at how I can restructure things so that I don't feel guilty, so that I've actually got the rest I need throughout the week, building up to those bigger breaks I've talked about, weekends away, downtime, days where you're unavailable so you can focus on your work, so you can focus on your business, days when you're just doing nothing. I have a regular day each week where it is just for me, and it is sacred and increasingly sacred. And I try really, really hard not to overlay that with appointments and things like that, to actually make it a proper day just for thinking, and that helps me develop business ideas and business growth plans and so on. But it also gives me that physical break from sitting at my desk talking on Zoom all day long. It gives my voice a rest, it gives my back a rest, both of which have been issues for me over the past year. So see how you go, looking at your diary and saying each week, what does my structure currently look like? How can I rejig my structure so that I'm not allowing being constantly busy to be the expectation? How can I create some new habits that allow me to not only get my work done, but to also prevent burnout as much as I can? So there's my little tip for today. Make sure that you are doing what you can to reduce your own burnout risk by stamping out that must be doing something, must be busy mindset. Make sure you take your breaks as best you can. And when you do find yourself, as I just did, with an extra 20 minutes up my sleeve, don't growl at yourself for not doing something. Allow yourself that unexpected rest time. Enjoy that coffee, enjoy that sunshine, and be grateful that it popped into your day unexpectedly, because we could all do with that sometimes, hey? Have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Oh, thank you, Miles, for joining the live stream. Miles gives it a thumbs up too.